My name is Haileyesus Getahun. I work with the WHO. I'm a director of the Quadripartite Joint Secretariat on Antimicrobial Resistance, which is a coalition of WHO and Food and Agriculture Organization, the World Animal Health Organization, and the UN Environment Program. And we, the Secretariat that I am directing, support the Global Leaders Group on AMR, which the session has just been concluded. And this is the first session that we are bringing with ESCMID and the Global Leaders Group to bring researchers and policymakers together to discuss and to bring change and difference in how we respond to antimicrobial resistance. So the meeting has been, quite, well organized and quite active. I have been impressed by the level of engagement and the quality of the presentations, as well as the questions and the ideas from the floor. And this is exactly what we need. We have a Deputy Prime Minister attending. The meeting was opened by Prime Minister Motley, the WHO Director General, Her Royal Highness, and as well as Minister of Health. So there has been quite a lot of political presence. And we want also the research and academia, presence. So I think that interaction has been quite effective, and I'm happy about it. I think this is the first time, and in fact, I have been discussing this with the ESCMID Executive Committee since 2019, and we had actually during the COVID time, we had a virtual session again with the Global Leaders Group when they were established, and that has actually slowly brought that sense of need of interaction between policymakers, politicians, and the researchers, because research outcome has to lead into change. Research outcome has to lead policy action, program action. This can only be done by bridging the gap and forging partnership between researchers and policymakers. So the discussion and the topics that we have actually covered today are critically important. And one of the unique nature of antimicrobial resistance is actually, it is not about only human. It's about also animals. It's about environment. So bringing all that dimension and trying to build synergy and efficiency, how we can work together, how we can actually bring the human life at the middle, but addressing across the different sectors in a concerted and cohesive manner is critical. And I'm quite pleased with the quality and what will happen with it. I think this is an excellent experience for us, as WHO, as Quadripartite, as a Global Leaders Group, to work with the ESCMID and the society management, the society board, and bringing, of course, every policy has to build on evidence, and that evidence has to be generated, and evidence generated by research should respond to needs, policy needs, program needs. So this interaction will definitely help to introduce the research academia and also really to bring some scientific interest, and particularly young researchers, into antimicrobial resistance. We need to get more young researchers, more young scientists to come and to have that innovative, creative solutions for AMR. Because if we don't address AMR today, we have a huge problem how we are handling our simple wound infection. It is a problem now, but the time to act is now. So this type of sessions and interactions with policymakers, researchers will help to bridge that gap.